Hello, everybody. Hello, NSV, 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 NSV. How are you? Yes, I had the NSV. For those who don't know what it means, it's non-scale victory. So, people, I like to do the aqua aerobics and stuff. Yeah. I'm showing off now. Yeah, anyway, I love doing the aqua aerobics. I just love the pool, I also do the dance classes and everything else. But today I was having an embarrassing moment. And it has to be down to weight loss surgery. My swimming costume, I think abroad you might say bath suit, bathing suit or bath suit, or as well, we call it swimming costume over here. Yeah, my boobs kept on popping out every minute. When I was doing the exercise, the aqua aerobics, and we had to jump up, my boobs were flying out. And then when I got out the water, I had like the space around your legs of your swimming costume, it was really big, to a point where it's like you gotta kind of hold it together with your two legs, your thighs, because like if you're not too careful, one side will go in your bum cheek and your bum would be exposed. But that's how big it is. So I need a new swimming costume. So that means that's a non-scale victory, because obviously my body has changed in inches in size. You know what I should have done? I really should have got a measuring tape and measured up. I can only tell through my clothes. But yeah, that's a non-scale victory. And a wonderful, victorious non-scale victory that I've had. This is TMI now, too much information, but almost 4 years ago I had a wedding and the relationship broke down. What can I say about that? Put it this way, the mother of that person didn't like me. People questioned her, what do you see wrong in Ebony? And the most she could come up with was, oh, because she's fat. Yeah, so she was very two-faced. She was befriending me and then whispering other things in my ex's ear and stuff like that. And yeah, she was chatting me behind my back and stuff like that. But anyway, let me get to the point. We did the wedding. The relationship broke down. 2 weeks it lasted for. And not by choice, but he went his own way. And my weight was brought up a lot about it, so yeah, this is where it gets serious. So even for the honeymoon period, we literally was on one side of the hotel, the other was on the other side of the hotel. You know what? In life, every disappointment for a blessing, because despite everything that happened, the lies, the cheating, the babies, the other women, the this, the that, the what another, despite all the crap that I had to put up with, would you believe? I mean, I didn't, that person decided to go about their business, but you know what I mean? So so much happened, so I can't really get into it, but I did close up for about I would say I did close up, because in a way it was kind of a secret battle. It's like, it was strange, really strange, because I couldn't cry about it and I couldn't talk about it. Every time when I wanted to say something, it was like I just didn't know if I could trust people enough with what was going on in my personal life, why I couldn't talk about it. So there were times where I wanted to talk about it and it was like an apple stuck in my throat. there were times where people would come up to me and say, oh, hi Ebony, how's your married life, and congratulations and stuff. And can you imagine, I couldn't even tell them it was over practically. I just couldn't tell them. But then again, even though there was the 2 weeks and then he went his own separate way, I would say he wasn't being entirely honest with me. So what he was saying and what he was doing was two total different things. So I was in a bit of confusion, I would say, for about 2 years. And then I came to a point where I just said, enough is enough, you know? So, wow. I'm going to turn my camera, look at this. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, you can't see him. Blue hair, blue mustache, and blue beard. Let me see if you can see him. No, you can't see him. Yeah, but anyway. So, yeah. I was in a state of confusion for 2 years because a part of me knew that it wasn't right, and a part of me was saying, how on earth can I come out? It was like I was in a secret battle, but I just couldn't tell anyone. So I would say I took my comfort and counseling out on food, and I ended up putting on a lot of weight because I just couldn't talk about it. There was even a time I knew something was wrong with me because I was saying, you just got married, you know, there's all this craziness going on in your life and you haven't even cried about it. And I remember sitting down in the mirror and I said, Ebony, cry. And I stood there and I was and I'm telling you, I could not even shed a tear because I wanted to get the emotion out of me for what I was feeling, but I just couldn't get it out of me. So anyway, yeah, and I became a Christian. I decided to surrender to God because that was the only person that I could trust. I could trust my information with, and that was to pray about it. Because the thing is, tell a lie, let me be honest, I did have a friend that was quite close to me. We had a friendship for 25 years. She went through her situations and I was very supportive and there for her. And then when I started to enter my situation, it was like I was being mocked, and you know, it was like she was dishing the dirt, throwing it all in my face, and you know, and I thought, why are you treating me like this? Because at the end of the day, I was there for you and you had your problems. You had a fair share amount of problems. I'm going through my situation. I was expecting the support, but there you go. So with the one person that I shared it with, when I got that reception, I just said, you know what? I can't trust anybody with my information. So anyway, December 2014, September 2014, I decided enough is enough. I said, that's it, because you're telling me that we're in this marriage together, but you're doing so. We wasn't even living together. That's how bad it was, you know, and that, you know, you're going to come back and we're going to try and sort this thing out. But what you say and do is not, it's just, everything was just a damn lie. So anyway, yeah, I decided I wanted out. I said, I'm not staying in this anymore. I can't deal with this. I want out of this situation. So I chose to, so I prayed about it and talked to God about it. I prayed and prayed and prayed. And the thing is, I thought, I don't understand, why should I get a divorce? Because if I get a divorce, it's like, if I see somebody and I want to marry them, and it's going to be like you're a divorcee and stuff like that, and your vows are different. This just didn't feel like a marriage. Yes, I said the vows, I did this and I did that. We did the wedding, but we've not lived together or anything. We didn't go that one step further like a proper married couple. You know, he literally turned his back on me. So anyway, yeah, I was looking on the British laws and procedures, and what can I do, and then the word annulment just sprang up in my head. So I thought, but if I can remember, if you get annulled, if you're married, if you're gonna annul your marriage, then it has to be done within at least 2 weeks of getting married. But luckily, when I looked under the British laws and procedure, that's not the case. There was so many different laws. So there was one that I, even though, he was cheating and stuff like that, I couldn't prove anything, but I knew it was going on, And when I said that he went his own separate way, I didn't even know where he lived. You know what I mean? So it came to a point where he would only speak to me via social media, and that was it. So anyway, I decided to look up annulment. I found a law and procedure that would cover me, that I could go for an annulment with. And would you believe, after everything that happened and all what he done, he refused to sign the paperwork when I served him the papers, when I managed to serve him the papers at his workplace. Yeah, so like for the last year and a half, I've been on a runaround until he got his back was against the wall and he had no choice but to sign. It was so bad because he was just not cooperating. He didn't care because far as he was concerned, he'd moved on. So, but yeah, you've moved on, but you've left me in this situation. You understand? I want to move on with my life as well. So anyway, what did he do? He, yeah, I kind of had to go, there was all different rules and procedure because he wouldn't sign it, and then he was served with the papers, he threw it away and all kind of things like that. And then I had to prove that he was served. So I managed to prove that he was served, and then it went to court, and then I ticked one thing wrong in my petition, and the judge threw it out and said I had to start again from the beginning. So I got more stressed out and I turned to eating and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, this time I'm going to go and see a lawyer, because I was doing it all myself. I'm going to go and see a lawyer and just seek advice. A very good friend of mine gave me a contact for a lawyer, and because they don't tell you the mistake you make, we just made no mistake. They just say, oh well, you've made you've ticked something, you don't have supporting evidence for that. So I went to see this lawyer, and he identified that I ticked that the guy's got medical issues. So obviously, if you've got medical issues, you have to be able to back it up with medical records, and I didn't have that, so that's why it got thrown out. So I had to start all over again, the whole process again. But luckily, his back was against the wall this time, and he had no choice but to sign the paperwork. So anyway, the paperwork's gone through, and yes, it's been approved now that my marriage has been officially annulled, which is good, because it being annulled means I don't have to, to me, it wasn't a marriage. It was not a marriage. It wasn't a marriage. Yeah, we did the vows and we did this. It wasn't a marriage. And luckily, that's why, England, people, there's a saying that England is a woman's country, because obviously, the Queen and stuff like that, but luckily I found a law. That law was lack of consummation. So obviously, because we'd broken up, he'd gone his own separate ways 2 weeks after the marriage and moved on with his life. We weren't living together, apart from the time that we spent. We spent 2 weeks in the hotel, and we was living on each side of the hotel. And I was able to demonstrate a lot of stuff, and the judge, it went in my favor. So the marriage has been void. So therefore, it doesn't exist. So I don't have to do anything. Luckily, I didn't change my name or anything, Yeah, so that's a non-scale victory for me, that I've managed to annul my marriage. Yes, I am in a relationship. I have been in my current relationship since December 2014. And you know what? I'm so happy because I have somebody that I can honestly say that definitely truly just loves me for me. You understand? And it doesn't matter, even in my worst condition, this man is always there for me. You understand? He's there for me and my son. I haven't brought him on to the, what you call it, yet, to the social media yet, but he will come. But yeah, the quality of the relationship is just so much better. And you know, his family are very loving and kind towards me, you know. So yeah, but yeah, he was so glad that the marriage is annulled. He's also in the church. Let's just say that we're courting. But I'm telling you, people, even when I'm sick, this man will take care of me when I'm sick. He even plaits my hair, wash my hair, comb my hair, cream my foot. You understand? Give me medicine. He will feed me. Yeah, so I am in a relationship, and I'm a much happier one. And who knows what's going to happen in the future? But we're good. Yeah, we're good. So yes, my non-scale victory, my swimming costume is smaller, and which means I've lost inches and stuff. And also my non-scale victory is that I got that, whatever the situation you want to call it, annulled. So that's it. So when I do get married again, I can say my full vows, and it's not going to be on my marriage certificate that I'm a divorcee. That journey is just totally behind me. Yeah, but I mean, there was so much. I know it's 16 minutes 50 going on 70, but put it this way, there was so much going on there. I could write a book. These people were wicked and evil towards me. I never knew that somebody could be standing up there staring in your face and literally sliding the knife in your heart. Not even like take a knife and stab it in your back. Take the knife and be looking in your eyes, talking to you, and then sliding the knife in your heart. Now, I am so happy that's all behind me. All behind me. So yeah, it is TMI, but it is an NSV. So just letting you know a little bit of my background of where I'm coming from and how much this journey means to me. So yeah, anyway guys, as you can see, I've just come from the gym. Today what did I do today? Today I went I went to the gym. I did a dance class for an hour. Oh my gosh, it was a good dance class that I did for an hour. And then I took a half an hour break, and then I went on the bike. So I was on a bike for about, I would say just over half an hour. And then I lifted some weights. I lifted the weights for about 20 minutes, I would say. And then after that, I went to aqua aerobics. I did a whole hour of aqua aerobics, and now I'm shattered. But I'm going to visit my my big sister from on my dad's side. Her mum's in hospital, so I'm gonna go and see her because my big sister, she's flown out to Spain with her husband and kids. So she's asked me to just pop in and check on her mum and see that she's okay. So that's where I'm off to today. So I'm going to go home, rest a little, and then get it moving. So yeah, my NSB. Yeah, big shout out to Princess, big shout out to Emma, big shout out to Precious, big shout out to Grand Fukam, big shout out to Antonia. Big shout out to Jackie. Big shout out to everybody. Please like, subscribe, support my journey. Watch it, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. I still love you. Bye.